performs very important physiological functions. And if you don't listen at the slide number 3, it means you are paying more. So come, please join, hurry up. Simran Jadugar has joined. She has joined. She is the best student of Sensory. And you should not read because you are already passed. Because of Corona season. Thanks to Corona. So physiology of kidney is the best function. This is the diagram. This is the diagram showing the kidneys which are lying down on the dorsal surface of the posterior abdominal wall. Posterior dorsal wall anteriorly. And this kidney has different organs. You can see the cortex, the medulla, the renal pelvis, artery and vein. And kidney is a very important structure which performs the normal functions of the excretion. As you know, the excretion is very important function of human body. Otherwise, human may die because of accumulation of urea and other nitrogenous waste products. So you are future doctors, you are best students. You should know the normal functions of kidney. The major function of the kidney is excretion of waste products. Here is shown the artery, renal artery, vein, and a ureter, and its upper dilated end is known as renal pelvis. The renal pelvis branches into major classes and minor classes, and opening onto the major and minor classes are the renal pyramids, renal tip, papilla, and above the pyramid is known as renal cortex. Majority of the nephrons, 90%, they lie in cortex of kidneys. Cortex means outer portion. And as you know, the cortex is the outer portion. It contains more than 90% of nephrons. And few nephrons, they lie close to the medulla. They are known as juxtamedullary nephrons. They are 10 or less than 10%. So any student, please tell me the functions of kidneys. What are the functions of kidney? What are functions of kidney?
Excretory function or acid-base balance.
Very good, very good, very good.
Excretion,
Excretion.
osmoregulation.
Yes, yes. Production of money and production of vitamin D. So this is a slide showing the functions of kidney.
They also regulate acid-base balances.
Yes, it regulates the extracellular fluid. Yes, extracellular fluid through formation of urine. So if we are drinking, for example, too much, the extracellular fluid volume will increase, total body volume will increase, and the excessive water will be lost in form of urine. And urine does not contain only water. It contains many golden particles of electrolytes, sodium, potassium, chloride, hydrogen, calcium, phosphate, sulfate, and various other electrolytes. And a normal ECF volume will maintain a normal plasma volume, and normal plasma volume is 3 liter. This will make total 5 liters of blood. If the blood is normal, the venous return will be normal. Venous return is normal. The cardiac output multiplied by peripheral resistance, this will maintain the blood pressure. So blood pressure is not lying on the roof, it is lying at the bottom of the kidney. The kidney is maintaining the blood pressure nicely through regulation of electrolyte and water. That is the extracellular fluid. And a major function of the kidney is waste products, the urea, creatinine, other nitrogenous substances, oxalates, metalates, calcium, hydrogen, potassium, sodium, chloride, sulfate, phosphate, ammonium, ammonia, and various other substances. This is known as regulation of electrolytes. It also maintains the pH of the blood through bicarbonate ions, bicarbonate and hydrogen ions. As you know, the pH is the negative log of hydrogen ion concentration. So kidneys maintain the bicarbonate in major part, and bicarbonate will overcome the hydrogen, and this will maintain the pH. And as you know, the students are usually they become hazy, anxious during viva. Therefore, they are not telling proper functions. So these are 6 functions. Another slide showing the functions. 6 plus 6 other total 12 functions. It secretes the erythropoietin. And erythropoietin is a hormone which is secreted 90% from kidneys, and it stimulates the bone marrow stem cells, and bone marrow stem cells, they are stimulated, they produce the red blood cells from the bone marrow of bones. The kidney is very important in stimulating vitamin D through 1-alpha hydroxylation, and it releases various hormones, other hormones like renin, kinin, prostaglandin. So here in this slide, you can see at least 4 hormones are secreted by the kidney. And 5th hormone is the vitamin D, because vitamin D, when it is hydroxylated, it becomes hormone. So you can say there are 5 hormones. One hormone is activated, that is vitamin D derived 125 dihydroxycholecalciferol. While the erythropoietin, renin, kinin, prostaglandins, these are the 4 important hormones. And kidney also performs the function of gluconeogenesis. Although this is a very minute function, minor function, but it is a function of kidneys. The structure of kidney is very important, as the students are, you are second year MBBS and you are now becoming the doctor, you must know this structure. Okay, kidney has renal cortex, renal medulla, and the renal medulla, the upper dilated end of ureter, is known as renal pelvis. And this renal pelvis is receives the collecting duct of the nephrons for the collection of the urine formation, for the reception of the urine. So outer cortex contains capillaries. It is highly vascular structure, and 90% of nephrons are lying in the cortex. 10% of the nephrons are lying very close to the medulla. So medulla has renal pyramids. Renal pyramids contain minor crises, and minor crises are the best students of your students of final year MBBS. Okay, you are the students of final year MBBS. We have recommended to deliver you degree. Yes, we are forgetting. This is the nephron structure showing the capillary bunch, afferent efferent arteriolar, although it is not marked, and the glomerular capsule, proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule, collecting tubule, and the collecting duct, and the collecting duct opens onto the glycis, and urine enters into the brain. This is another diagram showing the cortical nephron and the juxtamedullary nephron. Juxtamedullary nephron. So cortical nephron and juxtamedullary nephron, you should remember the differences. Differences between cortical and juxtamedullary juxtamedullary nephrons. You should remember, cortical nephrons lie in outer two-thirds of the cortex. They are about 90% of the total nephrons. Only 10% of the nephrons lie very close to the renal pyramid in the inner one-third of the cortex. They have large loop of Henle. And cortical nephrons, they are all the time functioning, while juxtamedullary nephrons, they are in reserve. They will perform forming urine formation when the kidney burden is increased as during exercise. So students, you should remember the differences between cortical nephrons and the juxtamedullary nephrons. And here is the collecting duct which opens onto the renal papilla. This is known as renal papilla, and this renal papilla is actually lying over the minor calyx. And urine will, from here, it will trickle down into the renal calyx, and then renal pelvis, and then ureter, and then accumulating in the urinary bladder. Okay. Very good. You are right. Roll number 72. I am remembering, will give you position. Either may fail you or may give you position. Very good. So you should remember the differences between cortical nephrons and the juxtamedullary nephrons. Juxtamedullary nephrons. You are the best student. Thank you, sir. Roll number 72. This is the diagram of nephron. Nephron is defined as the structural and functional unit of kidneys. It receives blood, arterial blood from the afferent arteriole, and this blood enters into a bunch of capillaries, which is surrounded by the glomerular capsule or Bowman's capsule. This bunch of capillaries is known as glomerulus. It is a high pressure bed capillary network that causes filtration of fluid, and the blood leaves into the efferent arteriole. The plasma, which is filtered into the Bowman's space, enters into the proximal convoluted tubule and a descending limb of loop of Henle, ascending limb of loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule, collecting duct, calyces, and the renal pelvis. Once it enters into the renal pelvis, then it will enter into the ureter and the urinary bladder. So the parts of the nephron in major are the glomerulus, glomerular capsule, and glomerulus plus the nephron tubule or renal tubule. Renal tubule comprises of PCT, loop of Henle, DCT, collecting duct, cortical and medullary, and the collecting tubule. There are about 250 collecting ducts for 400 nephrons. PCT means proximal convoluted tubule. And DCT means distal convoluted tubule. Distal convoluted tubule. This is the diagram showing the glomerulus structure. Glomerulus is actually a bunch of capillaries. You can see afferent arteriole drains the blood into the glomerular capillary network, and the efferent arteriole carries away the blood. And capillaries of glomerulus are very important in that they have large pores called fenestrations. The plasma filters through fenestrations into the Bowman's space, and then this fluid enters into the proximal convoluted tubule. You can see the golden structure on the right side showing the fenestry and how the fluid enters into the Bowman's space. These black arrow indicate plasma is filtering from capillaries into the Bowman's space, and from here fluid will go into the PCT. And this is a structure. Podocytes are removed, and capillary cut section shows that there are large pores which are known as fenestrations or fenestry, and the plasma enters into the Bowman's space through fenestry. And fenestry is the best structure for eating filtration purpose. Yes, here ultrafiltration occurs. Juxtamedullary apparatus in next lecture. Juxtamedullary apparatus in next lecture. Okay. So any student, please repeat this diagram. This is the best diagram. If you understand it, it means you are able to get degree of final year MBBS. Any student. Any student. Any student, yes. Okay, sir, thank you. Any student. Please repeat this slide. I am waiting for your answer. Yes. Yes, 146. 146.
Yes, sir.
जी
So
बेटा,
first of all, हाँ,
हाँ।
यहाँ पे पहले एफरेंट आर्टियोल से ब्लड आता है और फिर हम लास्ट इसको देखेंगे कि इफ्रेंट जो होता है ना, उससे ब्लड जाता है।
वेरी
उसके
गुड।
देखेंगे कि बीच में क्या होता है। आने और जाने का हमने पाथवे देख लिया, अब हम उसके बीच का देखेंगे कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल पहले क्या होता है। बॉम्बिंग कैप्सूल होता है जो एक सी शेप्ड स्ट्रक्चर होता है
जी।
उसके बाद आता है कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल।
शाबाश।
अब ट्यूब्यूल जो होती है वो उसके मतलब साइड में से जो स्ट्रक्चर्स होते हैं ना, कुछ सी टाइप्स बने होते हैं, वो थोड़े से मतलब कि वेसल जो होती है उनकी थोड़ी लार्ज होती है। उसके बाद उनकी एक सी ज्यादा मतलब नीचे तक, मतलब अगर हम सी शेप बनाए या यू शेप बनाए, यू शेप कहेंगे उसको। फिर उसके हम बना जो होता है वो होता है लूप ऑफ हेनले। अब लूप ऑफ हेनले भी डिवाइडेड होता है 2 में। उसमें आता है असेंडिंग लिम्ब और डिसअसेंडिंग लिम्ब आता है। फिर वहां पे हम देखते हैं कि वाटर की जो अगर हम देखेंगे कि कहाँ पे ज्यादा हो रही है अगर अब्जॉर्प्शन और कहाँ पे नहीं हो रही है बिल्कुल भी। अगर हम डिसअसेंडिंग में देखें तो वाटर उसमें होता है परमिएबल होता है, लेकिन अगर असेंडिंग में देखें तो वाटर उधर इम्परमिएबल होता है। फिर अगर हम आते हैं उससे अगर ज्यादा ऊपर जाएंगे तो हमारे पास अगर डिस्टल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल होता है, वो भी वेसल जो होती है मतलब थोड़ी सी थिकेंड होती है, जहाँ पे देखते हैं कि सोडियम की जो कंसंट्रेशन है वो सही है या नहीं है। फिर हमने पिछली स्लाइड्स में डिस्कस किया था कि फंक्शन मतलब जो फंक्शन ऑफ किडनी था उसमें हमारे पास आता है प्रोडक्शन ऑफ रेनाइन। तो बेसिकली जो डिस्टल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल होता है वहां पे सेंस होता है कि सोडियम हमारे पास कितना आता है। अगर सोडियम कम होता है तो वहां पे एक होता है म्यूकुलस सेल्स होते हैं। म्यूकुलस सेल्स उसको डिटेक्ट करके फिर वहां पे प्रोडक्शन ऑफ रेनाइन करेंगे जो हमने पीछे पढ़ा, और एक्टिवेशन ऑफ एंजियोटेंसिन 2 जो कि किडनी का फंक्शन होता है। फिर वहां पे जो आर्ट्रियोल्स होते हैं उनका डायमीटर कम हो जाता है। फिर हमारे पास वो जो आती हैं कलेक्टिंग ट्यूब्स में। अब कलेक्टिंग ट्यूब्स भी हमारे पास 2 होती हैं। अगर हम कॉर्टेक्स में देखें तो वो छोटी होती हैं और मेडुला में देखें तो उनका मतलब जो होता है वो बड़ी होती हैं।
सही, वेरी गुड।
थैंक यू।
You are best student. 146. You will get
sir.
A1 grade.
Thank you, sir.
A1 grade. Yes, and come for Viva. Thank you. Any other student? Please repeat. Any other student? Roll number 113. This is a blood supply network of nephron. You can see here the blood network of nephron is highly complicated. There is yes. Let us see what is the. But roll number 121. G. Any other student volunteer? Interlobular artery gives the afferent arteriole and afferent arteriole. शाबाश, रिपीट करें ना मैडम जी, रिपीट करें। वेरी गुड। एक से बढ़कर एक स्टूडेंट है. You are very studious student. You are reading too much. So this is the diagram showing the blood vessels. There is afferent arteriole which enters into the glomerulus. Glomerulus is a bunch of capillaries, and blood enters into the efferent arteriole. From efferent arteriole, the blood is delivered to the peritubular capillaries. The glomerulus is a high pressure bed capillary network. Its pressure is 60 millimeter mercury, and this much pressure is meant to filter the blood plasma through the fenestrations of the glomerular capillary network. And this pressure decreases suddenly as we go ahead into the efferent arteriole and the peritubular capillary network. The vasa recta is actually the straight peritubular capillary network. It is part of peritubular capillaries and it is straight. Recta means straight. And it surrounds the loop of Henle as a U-shaped structure. It accompanies the long loop of Henle of juxtamedullary nephrons, not the cortical. Not the cortical. So this is the best lecture for the best students, and this is the nephron we have discussed, and this is the glomerulus capsule. You can see the glomerular capsule. It surrounds the capillary bunch called the glomerulus. 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 So glomerulus is a basic structure that is involved in the filtration. And filtration occurs of the blood plasma into this space, which is known as Bowman's space. And Bowman's space is involved in the filtration process. So this is the structure of nephron. This is also the structure of nephron or glomerulus capillary network. Now the PCT. The proximal convoluted tubule, its major function is reabsorption and small amounts of secretion. The proximal convoluted tubule causes 60 to 70% reabsorption of glomerular filtrate. It is large surface area which is produced by the microvilli, and these microvilli are present on the cuboidal epithelial cells which form the inner lining of PCT. And these microvilli, they have got sodium potassium pump, sodium ATPase pump, sodium glucose transporter, sodium amino acid transporter, and all of the nutritionally important substances, they are reabsorbed in the PCT. So cuboidal epithelium with millions of microvilli increases the surface area of PCT. Then loop of Henle is a U-shaped structure. It has descending limb and ascending limb. Descending limb is permeable to water and impermeable to solutes, while ascending limb is impermeable to water and permeable to solutes. We will repeat this story. Hello, students. Remember this descending limb and ascending limb. Descending limb is water permeable, solute impermeable, while ascending limb is water impermeable, solute permeable. So this is like atomic bomb. If it bursts, there will be problem in maintaining a normal solute concentration in the interstitium, and this burst may occur and may cause rupture of the kidneys. If there is a solute and current electrical flow, and students, they are not listening, you should remember that you will be marked absent. DCT has few microvilli and its major function is reabsorption of water and electrolytes, and the secretion is also the major function of the DCT. And as you know, the kidneys, if they stop working, there will be problem in urine formation. There are two types of nephron as we discussed previously, the cortical nephron and the juxtamedullary nephron. This is the cortical nephron. Its major part lies in the cortex. It has short loop of Henle. While juxtamedullary nephrons, their glomerulus lies very close to the medulla in the inner 1/3 of the cortex, while it is a large loop of Henle that goes deep into the medulla. Collecting duct receives fluid from the TCT, and it passes through the renal pyramid into the minor cortex. It is involved in the reabsorption and secretion. Reabsorption is under control of presence of anti-diuretic hormone. Now the last slide is urine formation occurs by glomerular filtration, selective reabsorption of filtrate, and the active secretion of certain substances. In daily person, in a normal person whose kidneys are working normally, 20% of plasma is filtered per minute. 125 ml is the filtration rate of the plasma. 125 ml per minute or 180 liters per day. Out of 180 liters per day, 178.5 liters is reabsorbed and 1.5 liters becomes urine. This is for a human being who is eating and drinking normally. This is not for those who are drinking soft drinks and hard drinks. Selective reabsorption occurs for the glucose, amino acids, vitamins, and electrolytes, and active secretion occurs for various electrolytes. Yes. Okay. So this is who will tell this story? Any student? Any student, please repeat this slide. Please repeat this slide. This slide is very important. G. This slide is very important.
Yes, sir.
जी बताएं.
सर नॉर्मल पर्सन में क्या होता है कि 20% ऑफ द प्लाज्मा जो है वो पर मिनट फिल्टर होता है.
हाँ.
और अगर हम मिलीलीटर की बात करें तो उसमें 125 मिलीलीटर पर मिनट है, और अगर डे की बात करें तो उसमें 180 लीटर्स पर डे होगा. अब जो 180 लीटर्स पर डे है उसमें से सिर्फ और सिर्फ 1.5 लीटर है जो यूरिन बनता है, और बाकी सारा जो है वो आपका रीएब्सॉर्ब होता है.
शाबाश. So if you are drinking more water, it means you are losing the fluid. जी.
उसमें सिलेक्टिव रीअब्जॉर्प्शन भी होती है, क्योंकि हमारी बॉडी के लिए ग्लूकोज, अमीनो एसिड्स, विटामिन्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हैं, तो वो हम लूज नहीं करना चाहेंगे. वाटर जो है वो भी हम लूज नहीं करना चाहेंगे. ये जो सारी चीजें हैं वो सिलेक्टिव रीअब्जॉर्प्शन में आएंगी. और कुछ अगर कोई सोडियम है, पोटेशियम है, तो उनका भी बैलेंस रखते हम एक्टिव सीक्रेशन की मदद से वो सेट करेंगे.
शाबाश. Very good, very good. So this is the glomerular filtration rate of a normal person, normal human being. It is not for animals who are eating and drinking all the time, 24 hours. Remember, okay? It is GFR for normal persons. Yes, very good. Hello, Juman Saab. Roll number 95. 91. Beta, you are best student, but you are not answering. Saksha 74. G 74. 107. Yes, repeat this. Yes, repeat. G. Repeat. जी
मैं बताऊं,
जी बताएं।
ग्लोमेरुलर फिल्ट्रेशन जो होती है 20% प्लाज्मा फिल्टर पर मिनट होती है, जो 125 होती है, 125 to 180 लीटर पर डे होती है। सिलेक्टिव रीअब्जॉर्प्शन में न्यूट्रिशन में इंपॉर्टेंट सब्सटेंस रीअब्जॉर्ब जैसे कि ग्लूकोज, अमीनो एसिड एंड विटामिन, और एक्टिव रीअब्जॉर्प्शन जो होती है हाइड्रोजन एंड पोटेशियम आयन।
शाबाश, very good.
बेस्ट लाइक दैट।
Very good. You are a very good student. You will get position. What is your roll number? What is your roll number?
113.
113. Beta, who will repeat this slide? This is the best slide of the century. Repeat it. Yes, repeat. 146. 146. Please repeat the slide number given here. Hello.
Sir, there is a Bowman capsule
हाँ.
that is surrounded by glomerulus.
Hmm.
The urine or something drain into it.
Hmm.
The filtration occurs here. As the kidney plays a vital role in the filtration, though the glomerulus is the site where the filtration is occur.
Hmm.
Then the filtration goes through the first phase of then it passes through the glomerulus towards the PCT, means proximal convoluted tubule, and the furthermore towards its locations.
Shabash. Write down your roll number. I have to fail you.
Sir,
You must fail. Write down roll number. Hello.
yes, sir.
Roll number, write down
Where, sir?
in the chat box.
Okay, sir.
I will fail you. Ah. Roll number 59. Who is roll number 59? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Roll number 59. Please repeat this slide.
The slide talks about Bowman's capsule that is surrounded by the glomerulus. It
Ah.
is located where glomerular filtration occurs,
Ah.
and the filtrate is passed to PCT, that is proximal convoluted tubule.
Shabash.
Bas sir.
Thank you. Now, if you have questions, please write down. Hello. Otherwise, bye.
सर मुझे एक क्वेश्चन पूछना है।
हाँ, पूछते हैं।
सर जो ये प्रेशर डिफरेंस आपने बताया था
हाँ,
एक स्लाइड में, तो वो कैसे होता है, मतलब कि प्रेशर का जो डिफरेंस आता है आर्ट्रियोल्स में?
बेटा प्रेशर डिफरेंस विल बी डिस्कस्ड इन नेक्स्ट लेक्चर, ठीक है? दिस इज इंट्रोडक्शन टू किडनी.
ओके ओके सर, थैंक यू.
Pressure difference, juxtaglomerular apparatus, and a reabsorption complete, secretion complete lecture, separate lecture. It will be discussed.
ओके सर, ओके, थैंक यू.
Okay. So some of your students will fail in annual examination also. So be ready. Be ready for failure. ठीक है? Many of students of your batch will fail, and you have to pay more because you are not paying, or pay more. Why? Because it is Corona and you students are using excessive network of internet. So our expenses have increased. हेलो, ठीक है?
अरे बिल
हाँ।
हम भर देते हैं सर, आप बताएं।
सर हम तो चलाते ही
सर?
नहीं है।
हाँ
सर
जी,
सर हमने तो सही बताया था।
तो आप पास हो गए हैं ना?
तो सर आपने बोला फेल।
नहीं, जो नहीं आते हैं ना उस पे बताने, उनको वो फेल हैं। वो
अच्छा
अपने
सर।
आप को फेल
सर हमने
समझे।
तो दोनों बोला, आपने बोला पहले A1 ग्रेड, फिर बोला आपने फेल।
नहीं नहीं, आप एवन ग्रेड है। जो नहीं आ रहे हैं ना, जिनके नाम मैंने उठाए बताए,
थैंक यू सर।
ये ऐसा ऐसे ऐसे जो स्टूडेंट है ना, ये मैं जो अभी ये अपने आप को फेल समझे, ये वाले स्टूडेंट।
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर।
ठीक है, ये स्टूडेंट आप अपने आप को फेल समझे। Thank you. If you have questions, write down. You are the best student. You will get A1 grade.
थैंक यू सर।
इंशाल्लाह सर।
कांसी का तमगा मिलेगा, कांसी का। बेटा आप लोग सारे पास हो चुके हैं, सिर्फ फाइनल तक की फीस दे दें, डिग्री ले जाएं। ठीक है?
ओके सर।
3 साल की मजीद फीस जमा करा के डिग्री ले जाएं MBBS की।
सर व्हाट्सएप कर दें।
हाँ
सर आप देंगे क्या?
हाँ ना, मैं
सर इजी पैसा
स्टेप लगा
कर दें सर आपको?
स्टेप लगा के देंगे।
सर आपका ATM कार्ड नंबर दें, हम करते हैं।
बेटा ATM कार्ड, वो ATM कार्ड में भूल कराया हूँ आज। आपको डिग्री मिलेगी,
पासवर्ड
स्टैम्प
बता
लगी होगी, वेरीफाइड
सर
होगी,
डिग्री PDF फॉर्म में आएगी।
PDF फॉर्मेट में, और घर पे डिलीवर होगी, वो अलग होगा पैकेज। थैंक यू। अल्लाह हाफिज।
थैंक यू।
बेस्ट क्लास, बेस्ट क्लास।
Good. Thank you.